it's over for Pastor Chris Okafor. Prior to now, his daughters came up to say all the atrocities he committed and everything he did with them in the bedroom. And now his ex-wife are also speaking up, together with most of the church members. And most of these people we are talking about are young girls. Some of them are teenagers, some are not even up to 14 years old. He did that to his daughter when she was just 14. But most of this is church members and their children. They're not even up to 14. He has been doing so many atrocities and, going free. Now, more information is revealed about his, hidden secrets and everything. He took oath with most of those diabolical rituals that he's doing. He has been a pastor for many years now. For people that were asking on our last post if he did that to his daughter when he was a pastor, yes, of course. You heard the daughter in Canada and the other one in Nigeria saying it, that the father does all this to them before climbing the pulpit to preach in the altar and after. So he has always done this when he was a pastor. It has now been revealed that it's more like a ritual activities, because his ex-wives are now also revealing so many shocking information. So it's just like a pattern. Most of his colleagues that are also into all this, secret oaths thing, they are also coming out to support Chris Okafor. You're also going to hear what they have to say in this video. And talking about the missing baby testimony, this Prof S has also come out to expose more shocking highlights regarding this matter, exposing so many pastors, not just Chris Okafor, but this particular Chris Okafor. His own escapade is just too much, and he has casted to the extent that most of his secret is out there, and news on the street is that Chris Okafor is involved in so many ritual activities that involve human parts, and not just that he even took an oath that most of this should not get out, and most of the things he was attempting with his daughters and all that is just like a pattern of what he was asked to do, that this is what he does, and that is the reason he does it to them before climbing the pulpit to preach and after. Well, you can listen to most of these videos and hear for yourself. Doris Ogala herself also came out to say a lot of, cock and bull story, which is proving that indeed Chris Okafor had an agreement with her to settle her with whatever just for her to be silent. But then, unfortunately for Chris, he eventually backstabbed this Doris Ogala, and now she's angry, exposing everything, both what they had earlier in the police, the discussions they had for her to be silent, that he will settle her. She's now upset because this Chris Okafor's lawyer was busy ranting a lot on social media and even insulting Doris Ogala, calling her a blackmailer, and even Chris Okafor with his lawyer, they sue Very Dark Man, and they're actually arresting a lot of people as we speak. You can listen to what his lawyer have to say as well, because his lawyer is, talking a lot. It's a very lengthy video, but I just had to cut it short to most of the important parts so you can hear what he have to say. Then you can focus on the most important part, which is involving Chris Okafor's family members, and of course all his secret that is now exposed before the world. Well, like I always say, I don't know what you guys think about this, but always let me know in the comment section, because in as much as we cannot judge because we are not God, we can still see most of this evidence, and it's just too much to ignore. This is what
activists unlawfully published an interview of a lady who claimed to be our client's biological daughter, which is totally false and criminally defaming our client all over the internet without having the decent to reach out to our client to hear his own side of the story before publishing such malicious, self-serving content all over the internet, just to create content and cheap popularity, having known that our client as a pastor may not respond to him on social media. We are all activists. When somebody make an allegation against somebody, for you to hear that person, you don't need to have a degree in journalism for you to know that. You need to hear the other side of the story, so the other person. Reach out to him. Here is your side of the story for you to balance your story. And when you are balancing your story, you will say this is what this person said. You drop it, this is the report. And you are, if you want to bring it, if you don't want to go to a conventional court, you want to go to a court of public opinion, you allow people to use it. Not to go on the stage, manage somebody, tell the girl how to cry, the girl will be crying, it's my father, blah, 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 blah. And you do not even ask this girl who sent you to Canada.
My name is Precious Chidera Okafor. The daughter of Prophet Dr. Chris Okafor. And one evening, he called me to his room that he wanted to speak to me. And
Okay.
after I went in, he was, standing behind the door. And then he locked the door and he said I should sit down. And I sat on his bed and he started trying to kiss me all over on my lips and all over my body. He started telling me that he knows that I always feel bad because of how he treats me differently from my siblings. But he's only doing that because he loves me and he wishes that fathers could marry their daughters, that he would have gotten married to me. And that was when he started to touch me all over my body. And in that moment, I was sitting very still and frozen because I could not really understand what was going on. And that was how we continued. On different occasions, he would call me. Like another time, he called me and it felt like I was quiet for a long time because for me, as at that time, I was somebody that was so desperately seeking the validation of my father. I was alone in the house.
How old were you then?
Um, I was about 14, 15 years old at that time.
When you see a people or a person attacking a church, attacking a man of God, that person is not just a human being. That person is a demon, a devil sent on assignment. If you strike the shepherd, the sheep will scatter. So it is not just about the man of God, about the shepherd. It is about the people also that the shepherd carries. Strike the shepherd, the sheep will scatter. Every time you see attack on a man of God, genuinely who is innocent and they are persecuting, it's not just attack on him, it's an attack on you. Because it says the priest will cause the blessing to rest upon you. Number one, it is your blessing that is being attacked. Number two, it said the prophet is in their midst to help them. Number two, it is your head that they are attacking. Yes. And thirdly, he said, believe the Lord your God and you shall be established. He said, but believe in his prophet, you shall prosper. Yes, thirdly, it is your prosperity that is under attack. That is why you can be implicated. The Bible says, blessed is he that does not walk in the counsel of the ungodly. If you sit by anyone that fights what you believe in and you don't do anything, you are exposing yourself to attack if you hang around them. Hosea 12 and verse 1, and verse 13. By a prophet I brought them out, and by a prophet I preserve them. Now, one of the next thing the enemy is fighting is what we are talking about, is your preservation. Whatever you attack or stay around people that attack what God sent to preserve you, you lose the covering.
I just woke up now and I'm seeing that Chris' lawyer is calling me a blackmailer. Chris, you can't be coming to me to beg me, to apologize to me, to admitting that you shared my nude, and your lawyer is calling me a blackmailer. Chris, what is this now? What is this now? No, this is not acceptable by me. I will not accept it. You cannot rub me in the mud. Yet you are trying to repair your image by calling me a blackmailer. How? Have I ever blackmailed you before, Chris? We have met 3 times after the police case. Did I blackmail you? Were you not the one that said I should make my demands? Were you not the one that said I should make my demands so that everything can end? Don't make me see, Chris. I'm telling you now. Go and warn your lawyer to retract that thing on that statement. Else, you know me very well. Everybody will know what me and you discussed. What is this now? You came to me, you pleaded with me, and I'm trying to calm down to understand with you because of your daughters. It bled my heart to see Amarachi and Co coming out to do this to you. It bled my heart because these are my girls. I was surprised to see them turn out this way. These are girls that love me so much, including Chizoba. All of them love me so much. When I saw them coming out to do this, I was shattered. See, Chris, you know me very well. I don't want to go further. I will say things that you will not like. Kindly call your lawyer to order now to retract that statement because I won't take it. I swear to God, the next video you're seeing, you will not like it.
This is Chris Okafor sharing rice to his gullible, hungry Mumu members. Despite all this saga about him, trying to touch his daughter, kiss his daughter, about his daughter claiming that he, Chris Okafor, raped the daughter's mother, while she was underage and got her pregnant, and she gave birth to the girl who is having conversation today with Very Dark Man. And you still see these mumu people. Nobody would dare ask questions. Nobody would dare open their mouth because they have used religion to cage them. They have used religion to suck their brains out and left them with empty head, that no one can open their mouth and demand for accountability or questions and answers from all these people that hide in a place of authority, in a place of religion, in a place of power, in a place of spirituality, to commit all sorts of atrocity against men and women. See mumu people. Mumu people, you sell your birthright, you sell your children's well-being, you sell your children's respect, you sell your children's innocence and dignity. See them. If you go to this man's church on Sunday or any other day of activity or day of service, you'll be surprised. There'll be more number of people than before. You see, all this whole saga happening now will attract more people in his church. Mumu docile people that have sense, but they refuse to use it. That have brain, but they refuse to use it. Sometimes, you see some group of people, you ask yourself, if God actually caused Africa, you ask yourself, what is it that we have done that can never be forgiven in Africa? Especially when it has to do with religion. You'll be thinking it's only in Nigeria. In every African country, the same thing we suffer. Look at somebody that a girl opened her mouth to say that my mother said this man raped me. Another woman have come out to say a lot of dark things, a lot of horrible things about this same man. Look at him today, sharing rice. It's as if nothing has happened. Check the number of congregants you have and see the number of women there. You're going to see many more women than anything else. And I can tell you this, right? There could be a possibility that among those women, there may be one or two who is also going through the same thing that actor Doris Ogalan went through, or who has also gone through the same thing that his own daughter claimed that they went through under their father. But guess what? They all docile and gullible. No one will open their mouth to say anything. They sheepishly and mumushly go in every day. Hallelujah. Yes, Lord. Shelly, my mama. Get out. Sometimes you people act like you people are cursed, all in the name of religion. If religion is that wonderful, trust you me, right? These people will not bring it to you. And religion on its own is not that bad. But the kind of religion that you people practice in Africa is evil. It's evil to our well-being. It's cancerous to our culture and traditions. You know, this case between Chris Okafor and Very Dark Man, is another evidence of a failed system. Evidence of a failed country. And I'll tell you why. Chris Okafor's daughter had a phone conversation with Very Dark Man. On that phone conversation, this girl claimed that her mother told her that her mother was raped by Chris Okafor when the mother was around 15 and the mother got pregnant of her, right? That's number one failed system. What stopped the mother from reporting that rape issue as at then? Maybe she reported and it got swept under the carpet because, come on, we all know that a lot of things can stop in Nigeria. And I've said this before. If you know the atrocities a lot of these men that call themselves men of God commit, this is exactly what I said on Sunday on someone's live stream. I said it, and I said the pastor that did similar thing is still in Lagos prison till today. He's still in prison till today because he did exactly the same thing to underage girls. I said it. Now, the same thing with the daughter. She's also saying that her father tried to do the same thing to her. In fact, the father even touched her, kissing her and all that. At the age of what? 14 or 15, according to her. Now, the girl says she is 20. And she said that the last time she had a phone call from her dad, or they had a conversation, was earlier this year. And she left the house 5 years ago. The Very Dark Man asked her, how old are you? She said she is 20. Now, if she is 20 and she left the house 5 years ago, if you minus 5 from 20, that will give you 15. So basically, this girl was 14 or 15 when the father tried to have his way on her. Is that not even enough evidence to prove to you that we have a systemic problem in Nigeria? Cases like this should have gone to prison, should have gone to the police. And if this man is found guilty, what is he still doing in the society? Do you know how many other girls, how many other people that people like this Chris Okafor are forcing their way on? Do you know? If everything they said about this man is true, do you know how many other pastors that are doing this in our society? Do you know how many other girls that are getting pregnant out of rape by these same men of God? Some of them might even go want to remove their belly. Some of them might not even come back alive. These are the things a lot of women, a lot of girls are suffering in the hands of these pastors. And I tell you this, right? It's not only the girls. Even some boys are suffering the same thing in the hands of these almighty pastors who are so untouchable. Now, imagine the manipulation. Imagine the damage control. You're coming now, you want a DNA. And look at, when you listen to that video, the girl even said that this man have done this so many times with this DNA. But that VDM, now you go press on her neck for this social media. You see, you people on VDM, una go smell pepper. Pastor, let's see another damage control. At least this one has been squashed.
God is faithful. The word of God declares that when men shall say there is a casting down, you shall say there is a lifting up. You might have been going through one or two things that is making you believe that you are being cast down. But get ready. God is going to lift you up.
God forbid. Any blessing will come from your God, Pastor Chris. I don't need them. I reject them. Take your God, take your blessing. I don't need any blessing will come from you. A very dark man. Bro, expose her so that the world go see, go know the truth. That interview where you do with Pastor Chris' daughter, you go post and make the world see. Everybody need to know the truth. They need to know the kind person where that man be.
So Doris Ogala is claiming that her boyfriend, Chris Okafor, sacrificed her own brother.
I saw my brother's eye blurry. My brother said, I can't see. Chris did me bad though. Chris did me bad though. Chris must just leave me. He must just leave me. Sorry.
One would watch this video and will watch this public display and will be tempted to sympathize with Doris Ogala. But I would warn you not to. Why? This is a ritual gone wrong. I have no doubt that Doris Ogala herself is complicit to the death of her own brother. There was a mutual agreement between Chris Okafor and Doris Ogala. It's just that Chris Okafor played the first one on Doris. The fact that Doris is 100% certain that it's Chris Okafor who sacrificed her brother, it means she knows something. And whatever that she knows might be based on the agreement that they had made with Chris Okafor. Maybe Okafor promised Ogala marriage if they can let go of her brother, if they can sacrifice her brother. Don't just look at the surface of what is being presented to you, my people. Dig deeper. There must have been an agreement, which now broke Doris Ogala's heart the moment she realized that Chris Okafor moved on, that Chris Okafor is no longer going to hold up to the end of his own bargain. Maybe marriage was promised and marriage was not delivered and a brother was sacrificed. The real victim here is the brother. The brother is the victim, not Doris. Her coming to podcast crying doesn't really mean she's a victim. It simply means she's regretting what she did. She probably now has blood on her hands, and that blood is of her own brother. She can't live with it anymore. And not to forget baby testimony, the one whom she's not releasing, the one whom she's not telling us where he is, but she's the only one who knows today. And Chris Okafor, both of them, they know where baby testimony is. So she has so many things going on in her life. She's wrestling against different spirits. Baby testimony is holding her, the spirit of her brother is holding her, and a lot is going on.
Ruth. Please, I'm sorry for that. Please.
It's okay.
Please.
That's okay.
Mommy, please.
The woman you see here is Doris Ogala pretending to cry. This is the day she was interrogating Ruth Matthew. This is the day she held the mother of the missing child hostage, together with her 3 children. I'll explain to you what I mean by hostage. It was on this day that the entire case of baby testimony was destroyed. Let me let you watch the full video so that you can have a little bit of context, and I'll explain in detail.
Reaction.
Mommy, please, I'm sorry for that.
Oh.
Please.
Oh.
Mom, please, I'm sorry for that. Mom, please.
It's okay.
Mom, please.
Get okay.
Mommy, please.
Give me the phone. Ruth,
Mommy, please.
tell me what happened again. Look at your children. Look at your son. Triumph. Look at your son. Look at your son. Ruth.
This was at Transcorp Hotel in Abuja. She had booked about 4 rooms, hotel rooms, for Ruth Matthew and her 3 children. She lured them to the hotel so that she can break them apart. This is the day they arrived at the hotel. So this lady is Ruth Matthew. To those of you who do not know Ruth Matthew, that is her condition. She can't walk. All her life she's been on a wheelchair. This is the woman that Doris Ogala was paid to humiliate, was paid to interrogate. She's the mother of the missing baby. Testimony. So tell me, how does a normal human being go that mile to destroy a woman like this? What could have happened to that person who can lift an arm to give a slap to a woman in this condition? The earlier video you watched, that was her interrogating Ruth and her children. That was the day she was forcing them, accusing them of having sold their own child. You can see the little boys crying. You can see even Ruth Matthew crying, pleading with her as if she had done anything wrong. The only wrong Ruth Matthew did was to mix her statements here and there. But the truth that has always been constant is her child was abducted. That has never changed. Doris Ogala was capitalizing on the fact that this grieving mother, at some point, she was not consistent with her story because of many factors. And those inconsistencies, those small inconsistencies, is what they put together and gave to the court to conclude that Ruth Matthew is lying about the missing baby. You probably want to know how Ruth Matthew and her family ended up going to Transcorp Hotel. I'll explain again in the next episode. But on this particular episode, I want you to understand this one thing. Doris Ogala came recently and she alleged that the reason why Ruth Matthew lost her case is because she had recordings of me that she sent to court, and the court ruled based on those recordings she had of me. But that is not true. This is what she said when she was featured in an interview.
But it was in between that. It was that my whatever I got from Prof X that Jeremiah used in winning the case in court. But they had the case of baby testimony that nearly brought his church down. Everybody was, it's a case of a missing child in his church.
There is no recording of mine that had merit in court. There is no recording of mine that could prove that the baby is missing or is not. So she could not have sent a recording of me to court to rule out the fact that a baby was abducted, a baby went missing. None whatsoever. The recordings that she sent to court are these recordings. When she was interrogating Ruth Matthew, she spent about 5 days with Ruth Matthew at Transcorp Hotel, interrogating Ruth Matthew, the mother of the missing baby, interrogating the sons, some of them who are minors, just so that she can find some weaknesses in their testimonies, just so that she can find some inconsistencies in their testimonies of how the baby was abducted, how the baby was taken, and who she spoke to, how she spoke to, and what she did after. All those things, you know. This is a woman who's grieving, the mother of the missing baby. And she was subjected to such interrogation by Doris Ogala so that she breaks, and she broke. In her breaking, she ended up mixing some things in her testimony. And in her mixing up some things in her testimony, that then completed the dossier, the project of Doris Ogala. She now came to the conclusion, together with her financiers, that she is lying, that Ruth Matthew is lying, that Ruth Matthew's case has no merit. And she took those recordings of Ruth Matthew and sent them to court after she received the 45 million from Chris Okafor. And when the court cross-examined those recordings of Ruth Matthew that she was made to testify under duress, they were all used to classify Ruth Matthew as someone who was not truthful. But the baby is still missing. I don't understand how the court itself overlooked the main issue, which is of the baby missing. What the mother could have said as a testimony could be not used as the complete justification of proving that the baby is not missing. The proof of the baby missing is there. All the birth records of the baby are there. So how did the court rule out that the baby is not missing? How did the court rule out that the baby was not abducted? Because Doris Ogala had sent conflicting testimonies from the mother, testimonies that she gave under duress. That's the role she played. She single-handedly obstructed justice for the little boy, together with her aide, Chris Okafor. They too did all that they could do to make sure that justice for this baby is not realized. It's very sad that we have women like Doris in our society who can go this extra mile to destroy lives of innocent people. I don't know how she sleeps at night, knowing that someone's son is missing, knowing that there's a kid out there who's roaming in a world without knowing who his parents are, who his mother is, who his brothers are, simply because someone wanted 45 million naira. 45 million naira that she has probably finished by now. But the baby is still suffering wherever that he is. The boy still longs to be with his parents, with his brothers. The mother still cries out even today that she wants to be reunited with her son. The brothers are forever calling out for the release of their brother. And another mother, Doris Ogala, and of course Chris Okafor. We can't really hold Chris Okafor to such high esteem. But as for Doris, a woman who also knows the pain of giving birth, the pain of being a mother, destroying the life of a disabled woman. And come on, and sabotaging the justice of a little boy. How does she sleep at night? It's very sad. Very, very sad. And I think it's time for us to take a different course of action to bring justice, to do everything that we can to retrieve this boy. This boy is still alive and kicking. This is the time that Nigerians have to come up, and we need all of them in numbers. I don't know who can help in Nigeria. This boy is innocent and he deserves justice. We have to get him at whatever cost. Doesn't matter for how long it has been. If enough pressure is put on this matter, and the right people are involved in this matter, everyone will break. Everyone who knows where this baby is will break. And they will tell us where this baby is.
Have you forgotten about baby testimony? You don't care anymore.
I am not. I can never forget baby testimony at all. Not like that. I'm still looking for baby testimony. I've not found him, and I don't know where I can even get him. I don't really know where he is. I'm still searching for my son. There is no way on this life or earth that I, the mother, can forget about baby testimony or get tired of baby testimony. He's my son. I'm still looking for him.
How are the other children, the other boys? How have they been? How are they coping?
They are fine, but it's not really too easy for me at all with them because of things, and it's not easy at all, sir.
I understand. We can all imagine the burden that you have been carrying and how difficult life could have been considering your situation and this whole misfortunate incident of your own child missing. Before you finish listening to her appeal, I just want to remind you that this woman is going through the most. This woman is traumatized. This woman is broken. She's still bleeding. She has not yet gotten over the fact that her child was mysteriously kidnapped at church. She has not yet recovered from that incident alone. And the thoughts of trying to understand where the baby is, it's an entirely devastating, imagination. She doesn't know who the baby is with. She doesn't know what the baby is eating. She doesn't know who is parenting the baby. She doesn't know if the baby is still healthy. One thing I can assure you, baby testimony is still alive. And Doriso Gala, Chris Okafor, they know where the baby is. But always keep it in your prayers. And I have a gut feeling, we are very close to finding this baby. She has not given up ever since. So all the other narratives that you might hear that might try to distance you and try to discourage you from seeking justice for this woman and her son, they are invalid. They are all diabolical. They are all coming from those who had the intention and the agenda of sabotaging justice for this woman and her baby. Just listen to her. To people that are joining us, and to people that are watching, and to people that have been asking, and we all know Sister Ruth Matthews' condition, and we all know what she has been through and what she's going through. She remains our sister regardless of what has happened and what has been happening. We can both agree that
I'm not interested in the case. I don't want to hear about the case. I am not interested in the case of Ruth.
What is your problem with her now? What is your problem with
Me, I
her?
will not talk. My problem with her is that she's evil. She's evil. She's devilish. She's evil. Now, this one is not somebody putting allegation on her. Me. She's evil. I've not seen a witchcraft like that girl. Witch. You see witch, better pattern. It's not about this one. I used to say, I don't know you and how which criminal and past, but this one not criminal again. This girl a witch. Tell her they are not in her entire miserable life. Oh, that you say that girl traumatize. That girl not traumatize anything. She don't near me. I don't have a platform. I'm not looking for the child.
Ruth is going through a lot. There's one thing that you people don't understand about Ruth. She's going through a lot. She's a mother who lost. She's a mother who lost a child.
Said here, this is what you are using to deceive these people. And she's going through what? Have you heard that girl talk?
Can I ask you a question? Have you ever lost a child?
Have you, that girl does not even talk about her child that is missing. That girl is talking about money.
Just pause. Just hold up a minute. I keep on asking myself this question because I can't figure out. I really do not know or understand why Doris Ogala hates Ruth so much. I don't know what it is that Ruth did to Doris that makes her resent her to that extent, to call her a witch, to call her this, to call her a criminal, to call her all sorts of names. I don't know. Doris, you were paid to sabotage this woman, one. Doris, you were paid to obstruct justice for this woman's baby, two. Doris, you were paid to harass this woman, to interrogate this woman. And you still have this anger, this hatred for her. Where did the hatred come from? And today, the same people who paid you are the people now who you are going against. And we should take your side now. We should understand you now. We should treat you as a victim now. After all you did to this innocent woman. Just continue listening to Doris Ogala's hate speech.
See, I can't go beg you. help me tell Ruth that I'm not looking for her child. And let her, I'm not interested in her case. Let her not contact me again. Let her not ever contact me again. I'm done. My case was with you. My issue was with you. And I am done. And I dropped this case long time and I dusted it. If they're a killer, they should not call me, can't tell me.
Because it was after that case that they gave me, Jeremiah was not happy. For Jeremiah Moto Fufi. And now promised me to buy me a car. I should take any car of my choice. The first car I will send you the way the chat went. The first car I chose was Lexus. And he said it was expensive, which was 78 million. The second one I chose was Mercedes, 45 million. So I now told them to send me money for this one, that is 45 million. I will complete it and buy the car that I want. I have that in chat.
This is the most disturbing video that I've ever watched in my entire life. All she wanted was a Lexus at the expense of a missing baby. She chose a Lexus and obstructed justice for baby testimony. The case she's talking about is the case of baby testimony. And she did all she did to sabotage justice for this boy because she wanted a Lexus. Continue listening.
So it was at this point that Chris told Jeremiah to send the money of that car to his account. Jeremiah sent the money. Chris told me that Jeremiah was sending the money. I'll send you a chat. So it was at that point that Prophet Jeremiah started sending the money. He said, Chris now told me, which I'm going to send you the chat, that the man was sending the money, 3 million, 1 million, because that was what he was sending to me. Pieces by pieces. To the tune of 10 million naira. When I now asked for the money, let me go and pay for the car. I said the man is stingy. That in fact, he's ungrateful. I should not talk to him. He doesn't want to talk to him again. He's ungrateful. All these people that did not go to school, that school is not a scam. That, you know, all these ungrateful people, I should just forget it. I left. Chris now gave me only 300. That was when I said, by the way, your friend is owing me. Why don't I call your friend to pay? I said, no, forget that. I don't want to talk to him. That was when I reached out to Prophet Jeremiah's brother, who now told me, let him, when I told him the whole thing I did, because I had to open up to him, then he now called Prophet Jeremiah. Jeremiah said, no, that girl helped my case. I promised to buy her car. I have sent the whole money to Chris. I have my proof.
This is very disturbing. Doris, for a car, you sacrificed the baby, you betrayed the baby, an innocent baby, for a Lexus or a Mercedes. What happened to you, Doris? Who did this to you? And how do you say what you're saying with so much pride? Doris, I believe you're a mother also. If baby testimony was your own, and you hear another woman saying that they traded the life of your child for a Lexus or a Mercedes Benz, a 70 million naira Lexus, or a 45 million naira Mercedes Benz, how would you feel? How would you feel, Doris? Which means this can mean you might also sacrifice your children for a Lexus, for a car. This means you might also sacrifice your own offspring for material possessions. This then makes me wonder and ask a lot of questions. What if, Doris? What if? It's a question. What if I'm convicted? And, you know, my heart is beating very fast right now. What if you also sacrificed your brother for something materialistic? What if? This is proof that you're capable of it. This is proof that you can do it. This is proof that human life means nothing to you. How do you enter a deal that has a baby at the center of it, a missing baby at the center of it, and you compromise justice for that missing baby for a Lexus,
For a 70 million naira Lexus. Doris, you are a former actress. You could have asked your colleagues in the industry to open a GoFundMe for you to buy a Lexus than to put the life of an innocent baby in jeopardy, than to jeopardize the entire case. That was so promising that we could have found that baby. For a Lexus, for a Mercedes Benz. Doris. How many times did I call your name? Continue listening.
Then I put me on 3-way call. And I spoke to, I was also sending you my chat with Prophet Jeremiah 3 days ago. I will send you my chat with him where he also confirmed it. It put me, I have given Chris the money. Why is Chris doing this thing? You tried. You protect, you revealed so many things that helped us in the case. Why is he not doing this? Prophet Jeremiah now called Chris immediately. Chris was in America. Give this guy our money now. Chris said, please, that he's building a hotel. That he borrowed money from bank. That Jeremiah should help him and pay. Jeremiah said, I can only do 7 million for you. Because then he said he would pay that 7 million, then Chris pay 8 million. I don't know, but whatever they wanted to pay was to amount 15 million. Because Prophet Jeremiah was begging me to collect 15 million and let go the rest. I said, no. The money was 45 million. He gave me 10 million. Remaining 35 million. They said I should take 15 million and leave 20 million. I said, no. We had that argument. They said, no. They said, okay, they paid 15 million to me through the brother who now transferred it to me. And I asked them, when are they paying the remaining one? He said, 1 month later. 1 month later, I called Chris. Chris blocked me. Where is my money?
When was this?
This was 2020. When I was drawing the money was 2023.
I really want to be angry, as I try to analyze the context of this piece of her interview. I feel so defeated. That all she did was so that she can have a Lexus. That a baby is still missing today because Doris chose a Lexus. Ruth Matthew is still crying today, the mother of the boy, because Doris chose a Lexus. We don't know where the boy is today because Doris chose a Lexus. All she wanted was a Lexus. Doris, who born you? What did Chris do to you? How did he break you like this? How did he numb that which makes the heart of a woman soft and warm and kind and loving? How did he break you to that extent? How did he do it? How? Is it just Chris, or this has to do with your own upbringing? Do you think your mother will be proud hearing that her daughter sacrificed the life of a baby boy, a 5-year-old boy, for a Lexus? Do you think your parents are proud seeing you turning out to be like this? Even the people who are supporting you, people who are sympathizing with you. Doris, may God show you mercy for what you did to this innocent boy. Doris, I honestly have no words. But your day is coming. Your day is coming. For what you did, your day is coming. I promise you. God is watching. God is never sleeping. It might not be today, it might not be tomorrow, but your day is coming. Do you see what is happening to Chris, your boyfriend now? Just wait for your own. It's coming. This is sad. Very sad. You're heartless. Very heartless. I wonder how much blood you have on your hands. I wonder. I honestly wonder. My people, tell me what you think in the comments.
I know you people want somebody, the next people that Suleiman, voice note of Suleiman defending Jeremiah. Both of them are charlatans. That's your business. I don't care. But stop. Leave him alone. Nobody's aware I'm doing this. So if you feel that, oh, Jeremiah sent him to beg you, you are too small for me to beg. Beg you for what? Who are you?
I don't really know who this guy thinks he is. Just listen to the arrogance. I always say that there are 15 rude people in Nigeria, and Johnson Suleiman is 14 of those people. Continue listening.
Prof X, how are you? Okay. I'm doing this. I know it's a lot of risk to do it, but I'm ready to take any risk for the body of Christ. My major concern is the body of Christ. All the battles I have fought in my life are battles I have fought for people, for Nigeria, to see that there is good government, for believers and everything. All the battles I've been through in my life, people I helped, people I supported, people I assisted. I've always been a victim of doing that. So even if you play this voice note in public, it's up to you. But I did it in good conscience. I spoke to you when you were saying I have a hand in your arrest and the rest. Now, that's not what I'm really talking about. Why I'm doing this is to tell you, I hear you do a lot of videos on Prophet Jeremiah. I want to advise you, stop it. Stop it. I'm a pastor. I know the pain we go through when we are accused. If a baby is missing or a baby is not missing, leave it to God. Leave it to God. You people are making this thing appear as if you have become God, or because you have social media. Leave it to God. Leave the man to God. This video attacking him, I've not watched it all, but people tell me. Me, I can't watch such a thing. Because I know the anger it can generate. You are causing problems. You are killing the faith of Christians. You are killing the faith of believers. You are making them feel that there is no God. You are making them feel that everything is a scam. Whether anybody is fake or not fake, leave the person to God. Jeremiah is my brother. I do not think, personally, I'm not God. But I don't think Jeremiah will carry a child, kidnap a child, and do. Why? What is he doing with it? What's he doing with the child? I don't know the story. And Casey was trying to explain to me. I told him I'm not interested. I only know, say there's a baby called testimony. That's all. I don't know. They said the baby missing in church or the mother missing in church. I don't know. But please, it's okay. I know you people want somebody.
What do you want from? Do you want these pastors to give you money?
Money for what?
What do you want from them? Why are you so bent on them, especially this Jeremiah guy?
So you think Jeremiah has
What
too
do
much
you
money?
want from him?
Do you think he has so much money to pay me?
I don't know him.
So why would
I
you
don't
think?
even know if he has money. What the Nigerian people worship as money, there is no money. Do you understand? Nigeria, what they see as money is peanuts. So they don't even know what money is.
So
You understand what I'm
so why would
saying?
you think I
So,
want Jeremiah's money?
sorry?
Why would you think I want Jeremiah's money?
That's what I'm saying. It's not only Jeremiah, because I'm just asking you, what do you want out of this? Is this how you're going to live your life? Because I'm thinking
I
also,
want to help people.
when you give me time, yeah, when you pick quarrels with me, I also think, is this the kind of life I want for myself? Is this the kind of man I want to spend the rest of my life with? I like you. I like the gangster in you. I like the gangster part, okay? I'm a gangster too, okay? I love those things. But when you quarrel me, I also had, just like you had a second thought, I also had a reflection. This is what I want. Do I really want?
I just want to help people. I want to help people. I don't want their money. I want to help people.
Then if you want to help people, then you should do it at your own pace, not them taking over your life.
So just hold up before you proceed or listen to the rest of it. You must understand Doris Ogala's role in this whole matter. She was given three projects that she had to accomplish for her to be paid. The reason why she was not paid is because she did not accomplish those three projects that she was given. The first one was to seduce me and lure me to Nigeria and hand me over to the Big Five. Why did she had to hand me over to the Big Five? And why did the Big Five wanted me in Nigeria? They were afraid. They panicked because they deployed Doris Ogala after I was kidnapped, after I was illegally detained. So their fear was I was going to show them flames. Their fear was I was going to expose what they had done to me. So having Doris Ogala lure me to Nigeria was so that they can finish the job, was so that they can silence me forever. That did not happen, even though they sent 3,000 for me to go to Nigeria. So the 3,000 that they sent was not blackmail. I keep emphasizing on that so that you do not get carried away with this narrative. All of the followers of charlatans who keep saying, no, you received money, so it's blackmail. These are people who have never liked what I stand for from the beginning. So they're just using this as an opportunity to kind of discredit the good work that I do. What I do is good work. And I am bringing down these kingdoms of the devil, these shrines that were established by the devil. And before you know it, the entire Nigeria will rise up and rebel against this evil system of prophetic churches and spiritual fathers. But let's not get carried away. The second project that she had was to destroy the curse of baby testimony, was to cause confusion in the case of baby testimony, was to obstruct justice for baby testimony, which she nearly succeeded. But God works in mysterious ways. We are back here now, calling out for baby testimony's justice. So she failed. The third project, after these two had failed, was to now implicate me with blackmail charges. And once you're implicated with the blackmail charges, and once they sell that narrative and everyone believes it, it will appear as if all the exposures I do about spiritual fathers and all these charlatans is entirely based on me trying to extort money from them. The thing that you must understand is, these your spiritual fathers, they have no money of their own. Every money that they have today, it's money that they stole from you. So even if I wanted to take money from them, I wouldn't have to blackmail them. I can call all your spiritual fathers now. Now I have all of them on speed dial and tell them I need 500,000. They will give me. I don't need to blackmail them. Get that right. I don't need to blackmail African prophets and pastors. If I wanted money from them, I would tell them to give me and they will give me. But I don't want their money. So get that straight. Okay, continue listening and then I will break it down for you.
This is how you are. You see my problem with you. You do the same thing to me. And when you're in that state, nobody can control you. So when you say I have control, I don't.
You do, my love.
I don't. You do whatever you want.
Believe me, you do. And I tell you do, just know you do.
Since 2 days, when I was in America, I had much control. You and I were so close. But since I came to Nigeria, we don't talk often anymore. You always cut my call. Reject. I hate it when you reject and I say I'll call you back and you do it regularly.
No, baby, when you call me,
when you call, you pick my call.
Yeah?
Cut off the person's call and answer my call. Whoever it is, I'm important, not the person.
Okay, I'll do that.
That's it. Because if I'm important to you, fuck the person. Do you know how many calls I ignore when I'm talking to you? Is this how you're going to live your life for the rest of your life? Fuck them and fuck them. We are not working for them. You should do this at your own pace, not them controlling you. What the fuck is that? You give me all the attention, not them. And when we lost it, we lost the communication, we lost everything, and I was so sad because you were giving them more attention. Since I came to Nigeria, you gave them more attention than you gave me. And you're doing this thing as work now. Why?
Yo, I don't know. I'm sold out to this now.
Why?
I'm so sold out.
You and I can build our life. We can do this temporarily. Why are we doing it like it's a job?
I feel like I'm doing something good for people. And I'm getting a good feeling out of it.
Okay. That's okay too. That's your hobby. But is that how you're going to live for the rest of your life?
I don't know what God has in store for me. But for the first time, I'm doing something right.
Yeah. Yeah, but don't be personal about it.
I'll try.
You're being personal about it. What do you want from? Do you want these pastors to give you money?
Money for what?
What do you want from them? Why are you so bent on them, especially this Jeremiah guy?
So you think Jeremiah has
What
too
do
much
you want
money?
from him?
Do you think he has so much money to pay me?
I don't know him.
So why would
I
you
don't
think?
even know if he has money. What the Nigerian people worship as money, there is no money. Do you understand? Nigerian, what they see as money is peanuts. So they don't even know what money is.
So
You understand what I'm
so
saying?
why would you think I
So,
want Jeremiah's money?
sorry?
Why would you think I want Jeremiah's money?
That's what I'm saying. It's not only Jeremiah, because I'm just asking you, what do you want out of this? Is this how you're going to live your life? Because I'm thinking
I want
also,
to help people.
when you give me time, yeah, when you pick quarrels with me, I also think, is this the kind of life I want for myself? Is this the kind of man I want to spend the rest of my life with? I like you. I like the gangster in you. I like the gangster part, okay? I'm a gangster too, okay? I love those things. But when you quarrel me, I also had, just like you had a second thought, I also had a reflection. This is what I want. Do I really want?
I just want to help people. I want to help people. I don't want their money. I want to help people.
Then if you want to help people, then you should do it at your own pace, not them taking over your life.
I hear you.
No, you don't hear me, because tomorrow you still do worse. I know you. You're only talking out of emotions now. I used to find this thing you're doing interesting. I used to ask you to gist me, but the fact that when you gist me, I don't know if you trust me now, but then you don't trust me. When you gist me, you just think you're talking to me like a charlatan today. I was so pissed. I said, look at this man. I was so mad at you.
Wow, I'm sorry. Sorry for that.
Are you coming to Nigeria or not? Be honest. How far have you gone?
Yeah?
How far have you gone? Have you gotten your visa or not? Be honest.
I'll update you tomorrow. I'd put everything on hold, honestly.
So that is you're not even coming.
So let me make you understand something. The reason why she keeps on insisting that, do you want these pastors to give you money? Do you want them to pay you off? What is it that you really want? She's asking all these questions so that I should agree to that and say, yes, I want money. They must give me money. But money is not what I am interested in. And Doris Ogala being involved in this whole matter was so that she can get a check. She did not get involved in this whole saga because she cares about baby testimonies justice. She doesn't. She's just cold-hearted like that. She did not get involved in this matter because she cares about anyone. No, that's how she makes her living. She cleans the dirt of all these evil men. She's one of the people that they use to follow up all the evil that these men have done. And she starts cleaning it up. So if she does not successfully accomplish that, she doesn't get paid. So in all her doings, in all her conversations, she tried to pressure me to say, listen, is it money that you want? That issue of, because she can't get paid if I don't get engaging in that kind of a conversation of her, alluding to the fact that money must be paid for all this to go away. So I spoke to Ida also. I said, listen, this lady keeps on saying that, is it money that you want? And I told him that the only thing I care about, the only thing that I want Doris Ogala to do is to convince these men to release baby testimony. And if they do that, I have no case with them. I even promised them that, listen, in my entire life, I'll never mention your name if you release the boy. That was my commitment. That was not monetary. And Ida also said, listen, if you truly want the boy, you have to play along with this woman. You have to buy into her demands. So this now takes us into the next conversation. Why did I play along? And why did I buy into the negotiations of Doris Ogala? Because she ended up negotiating and saying, how about We give Ruth Mate to this amount of money. How about we give you this amount of money, and once we do that, you stop talking about baby testimony. I asked the divorce, and then he said, you have to agree to it. If you don't, you won't get the boy. And I went back to Doris. I told her, listen, I'll accept those terms that you have proposed. I'll accept that you build Ruth Matthew a house. You guys, you give her whatever money for business, and you give me whatever that you're saying you want to give me. But on one condition, you release the boy. The voice note is coming, relax before you jump into Judge. But you have to release baby testimony. So that was my catch. I had to get my hands dirty in the conversations just so that the boy can be released in the next episode. Then we'll get into the money talk so that you understand. Tell me what you think about what you just listened to.
Have Chris them contacted you to? Chris has been running away, so I'm sure they will soon contact you. Vicky,
The thing with you is you've been bluffing for a very long. You've been bluffing for a very long time. That's why they don't take you serious.
Listen to me.
I don't listen. I don't wait.
No, if you won't listen to me, then get a
fuck now. Listen. I don't listen to you. Listen to me.
I have gotten my 30 million. It's many 50 million. What I'm saying is
wait. The problem you talk too much.
Call you. Just be at a they will call you.
My friend, I know about everything already. Can you listen? I know about everything already. I've been contacted today several times already. So I'm telling you.
Okay, wow.
I'm telling you now to relax and listen to me. There's nothing you can tell me, Wena, that will change anything.
Oh, wow.
It's only what I will tell you that can help you in your situation. So don't come to me.
I know that they will call you. That's why I was calling you on
Can you listen to me? That's where you don't get it.
I knew that he was going to call you, so I had to call you to tell you ahead of time.
That is what you don't get it. I'm not worried. This is your fight. This is your battle with Chris Oyakilome. I'm not worried about anything.
It's not Oyakilome, Chris Okafor.
I'm not worried about anything. This is your own personal fight with Chris Oyakilome for whatever deal that
you
what
I'm saying
together.
Is that I knew they will contact you so that you will know what they are calling you is not friendly. So you can also hold your own
why should I believe you and not them?
Sorry?
Why should I believe you?
I didn't say you should believe me or believe them. What I said is that I just wanted to alert you. You know, when somebody posts something, I knew they would contact you to try to bring you over. I just wanted to be at alert so that they won't use your brain.
That's the thing. You spoke about me and they told me the full story. And you are hiding. You have been hiding the full story. That's the difference between.
The full story? What did they tell you?
That is the difference between you and them. You have been thinking you are clever. You have been hiding the full story. You have been, blackmailing and telling them all sort of things and threatening them. And it
I'm
has
not
not
blackmailing.
worked.
Don't use the word blackmail.
It's blackmail. It has not worked. Your threats has not worked all this while. And they were proud enough and confident enough to tell me the full story and the truth about the entire story. Now that I know the truth and the entire story, then the question is, what are you going to do?
What is the entire story they told you?
It is the story that you know, that you cannot speak to the public.
What is the story
I'll tell you this now. Wena, you never have the guts to tell the world the full story of what happened or what money you are demanding.
There is a brewing conflict between Doris and the Big Five. The entire cartel is involved now because this scandal has created a ripple effect. It's affecting the rest of the cartel. But the two characters of interest, Doris and Okafor. Doris and Okafor were given a very good lump sum to look for baby testimony. And during the course of their investigation, they found the culprits, the ones who were responsible for the abduction of the baby. And it is alleged that they actually know exactly who is with the baby testimony now. So, how did the conflict come about? Doris now proposed to Chris that, listen, we've gone our way out and this case is viral. Let's demand for more money than the initial amount we had demanded, we had proposed. And Okafor went to Papa J and said, that which you have already given us is not enough. We want double or triple so that we can, connect you with the people who are aware of the whereabouts of baby testimony. After that counter proposal was made, that's when all hell broke loose. But before I tell you more about it, continue listening.
You never tell the world, and they know it. And that's why they had to give me the full story.
What's the story?
This is money from Papa J that you are demanding.
Nah.
I'm not asking you, I'm telling you. Don't say nah. This is money from Baba J about baby testimony. This is money that was paid to Chris Okafor by Papa J, which was supposed to come to you. And Chris Okafor took all that money and gave you a piece of it. And it was not given full to you, who was supposed to be doing the project of fixing the case of baby testimony. Chris Oyakilome went to Papa J and told Papa J that, listen, I can help you solve this matter. I can help you find this missing child. I have someone on the ground. Papa J paid millions. Millions and millions. The millions that you know that Chris Okafor received are not even close to the millions that Chris Okafor received. You only know of 30 million. It's not only 30 million.
Are you serious?
There is multiple millions that were paid to Chris Okafor. And the money that was paid to Chris Okafor was not to silence the case, but was to find the baby. Chris Okafor received this money. Chris Okafor received this money. He gave you a portion of it. And Chris Okafor made it sure that he will keep this case alive so that he will keep receiving money.
He never even gave me any money.
So that he can keep receiving money from Papa J. And Chris Okafor has received a lot of millions from Papa J in the name of finding this child. And to you, you will come and make sure that this case stays alive. And the reason why he did not pay you was to make sure that this case does not die, so that he can keep collecting money.
I only told you that I threatened Chris. What are you talking about? Watch now. Watch as it plays
I've been watching for the past 2 months.
I know that the next thing he will run to you.
Every time.
I just told you so that you can also know that if they are psyching
The problem with you, the reason why I ignored your case, let me tell you now, the reason why I ignored your wahala with Okafor is because you lie too much. You are not honest. You have been lying all the while. That's why I decided to ignore it.
Totally lie.
If you were truthful, listen. If you were truthful, listen.
See, hold on now. See this particular story that you just said now. It is not my story. Maybe it might be true.
It is your story. It is your story. That's the money that you want from Okafor. If it's not that money, then tell the world what money is being owed to you by Okafor. Tell the world now. I challenge you and I dare you.
When I arrest Chris.
I dare you to go on live now or to post on live. What is the source of that money? What did you do for Okafor for him to owe you all those millions? What did you do for him? You will never tell the world that because you know it's involving baby testimony.
Nah.
Don't say nah. I'm telling you now. I dare you. I double dare you. Go and tell the world what money is being owed to you by Okafor. You will never. The reason why you will never talk about it. Listen.
Now I know that whoever told you this one lies to you. Even know
never. Let me tell you the reason why. The reason why you will never tell the world is because it implicates you.
No, it never implicates me.
It implicates you, and they know that.
If it implicates me, I will not go to police.
The thing is, they know that this money implicates you. Now let me tell you the reason that they said. They told me.
If the case I'm dealing with Chris Okafor implicates me,
wait,
I will not go to police.
I
don't do anything illegal.
They told me that they gave you a project and you failed, so there's no reason for them to pay you anything.
Failed?
They gave you a project and you failed to deliver what they asked you to deliver. So there is no reason to pay you. That's what they said.
If it's this thing you're saying, no, it's not.
I want you to record this. I want you to take your other phone and record this part so that you send it to them, because I don't care about them as well. They called me and they told me that they gave you a project, they gave you work to do, and you failed to deliver. So there's no reason to pay you. That's what they said. Tell them that I said it.
Tell which people?
Chris Okafor. Send Chris Okafor a message and said, I called Prophex and Prophex said that they had given you a project to do and you did not fulfill it. You did not succeed. So there's no reason for them to pay you. That's what they said to me.
Chris Okafor said so to you.
I'm not going to mention names, but I'm telling you that's what was said to me.
It's not true.
If it's not true, then go ahead and tell the world what money is being owed to you by Chris
I will
Okafor.
tell the world when I want to tell
You will
the
never
world.
tell
If
the
you want
world
to tell
because
the
it
world.
implicates you. It implicates you.
If it implicates me, I will not go to the police.
You are just going to the
And
police as a
that's why
bluff.
you don't know. That's
Going
why
to
you
the
don't have.
police, you are just bluffing. You are blackmailing and you are threatening.
I can't go to the police if it implicates me.
Doris, we
Now.
don't have a
That's because
case.
I don't do anything. I don't do anything illegal.
The true matter of the fact is we don't have a case.
Run it.
Chris Oyakilome blackmailed Papa J and he got millions from Papa J and he used you to water down the case of baby testimony or to find baby testimony. There are two scenarios here. It's either Papa J gave Chris Oyakilome money to find Baba testimony or he gave Chris Oyakilome money to silence the case of baby testimony. But from what I researched, the money that Chris Oyakilome collected from Papa J was meant to find the child. You went even to the extent of sending people to go to Ruth Matthews' village to go and investigate this matter. And all this money that you were given, you did nothing with it. You just wasted it and you used it for your own benefit. Now you are demanding more money.
I wish the story you're telling is true.
Now you are demanding more money from Chris Okafor, and Chris Okafor is not paying any dime.
I wish the story you're saying.
You did not play your cards very well. You did not play your cards
Just
very well.
Come on. I know I'm laughing at you. I want you to go.
You cannot laugh at me because the reason why, listen, you cannot laugh at me because you and Chris Okafor are both criminals and you are involved in this case of a missing child. And you are fighting for money that you got from Papa J to cover up or to find this missing child. And both of you must feel very shameful of yourselves. You are a disgrace to humanity, you and Chris Okafor. The reason why we have not found this missing child is because of you and Chris Okafor. If it was not because of you and Chris Okafor, we could have found baby testimony by now.
Yes.
And you two, you must be ashamed of yourselves. You must be ashamed of yourselves. Chris Okafor must be ashamed of himself. The fact that you are a woman and you are a mother and you can allow yourself to be used by the likes of Chris Okafor. You did a deal with Chris Okafor and you are not proud of it. You were duped.
God forbid.
You played with a con artist. Chris Okafor is a con artist.
To look for a child, I not even look for which child.
Chris Okafor is a con artist and you are a con artist. Both of you are con artists. Both of you are con men.
So I agree.
You got together, you had a deal together and you were conned in the process.
I agree.
Now you have lost money in the process. Money that was due to you.
I agree.
I will never get myself involved in this nonsense. The only time I'll get involved is when you will have the guts to tell the world what money is being owed to you.
So when I got the guts to tell the truth and don't be blabbing up and down.
I told you and I have challenged you to tell the world what money is it. What is what job did you do for Chris Okafor?
You won't tell me when to come out public. I will be the one to dictate when
what project did you do for Chris Okafor?
You said have told you.
You said Chris Okafor owes me millions. What is the project? What did you do for him?
I've never even.
You were just an agent who was sent by this prophet to capture me. You understand? You're just an agent. Because of your desperation for money, you were used by these false prophets to come against me, to come for me, and you did not succeed. You failed dismally. And now you are stuck because you have not been paid for what you thought you were supposed to achieve. Now you are frustrated because Chris Oyakilome duped you. Sorry, Chris Okafor. Chris Okafor duped you. Chris Okafor manipulated you. Chris Okafor slept with you even. You were Chris Okafor's girlfriend. He used you. Now you are realizing that you were used. You are now frustrated. You lost your glory. You lost your purpose. You lost your glory, your purpose, your star, and anything that makes you. Now you are frustrated all over the place. And all this is because you got your nose involved in business that you should not have gotten yourself involved in. Because of this child, baby, because of the testimony, all of you will run mad. All of you, you have confusion.
Listen, the reason why I've been pressing Doris is mainly for one reason. I thought she would break. And why did I want her to break? I just wanted her to tell us the information that she has. Doris is currently in possession of very valuable information that can lead us to finding baby testimony. And that is the information she is using to bait. That is the information she is using to leverage whatever that she has been doing these past weeks. If you can do an audit of all the interviews that Doris has been featured in, she has not really exposed anything. This has just been threatening and threatening and threatening. She has just been trying to get the attention of the big five. She has it now. And my biggest fear is that the money is going to be paid. She's definitely going to be paid huge sums of money. And once she's paid, I doubt if she's still going to tell us what she has concerning baby testimony. That's my fear. And I know all the blogs that featured her, it was for a good cause. They thought she was a victim. But Doris is not really interested even in the baby. She just has information about the baby. The only thing Doris is after is the money, the check. She just wants her check cut and she wants to walk away. She wants to move away. Doris is not as naive as most of you may think, that she might come out to the public seeking justice. She might get the justice of public opinion, but she still needs to eat. She's really on her very low at the moment. So she knows if she gives out this valuable information, she's not going to get paid. That's why she has not really exposed anything as yet. She has just been talking about things that are not really, important for this conversation. Things that have to do with baby testimony. Because baby testimony is the reason why she is in this current mess that she is in. But she won't talk about it. Because once she does, she won't get paid. And she has just used all these other scandals of rituals in Okafor's church, things like her relationship with Okafor, come on podcast and cry, even though we did not see a single teardrop. She cried so many times. But
After watching that 14 minutes plus video for 3 good times for proper understanding and clarity, I still blame the system. I still blame our judiciary system, our legal system. I blame the whole system in Nigeria. If we are to have a functioning system in Nigeria, for the fact that this man could sit down and say all these things for over 14 minutes, there's a lot of questions I'm asking already because they are not making sense. None of that is making sense. Even a 2-year-old can sit down with slates and chalk and dot things down and tell you where there are discrepancies, tell you where the stories are not adding up. So it goes back to the faulty system we have in Nigeria. It's only in Africa or in some place in Africa, a lady will say she was raped 20 years ago. Why you not talk and then? Nobody want to talk about it today. It's only in that same place, in that kind of environment where we all come from, where a lady will say she was raped by somebody. First question will be, what did you wear? Wetin you wear where make the man go rape you? No be you go to seduce the man. Why you no dress well? Why you no cover well, Bobby? Why you no cover nyash? When somebody say they were raped, like I'm asking, even if they decide to be naked, is that a reason to rape somebody? These are faulty system, faulty environment. That is the only reason why we still have reasons like this or cases like this to talk about today. If we have a functioning environment or functioning society, these cases will not be anywhere near us today. I am not saying that the man, Mr. Chris Okafor, is guilty of all this. But what I'm saying, a proper investigation should have happened 20 years ago. 20 years ago. Even if that did not happen and this story comes out today, it should still be looked into. In a working system, a woman opened her mouth and say, my mother was raped, I am a product of rape. The mother will be questioned, and she will, in that kind of environment, she will answer truthfully and honestly because she knows that the system will protect her. But not a place like now disgraced country of a particular concern. That's why we have 8 issues like this to deal with, to talk about. I'm listening to it. I'm trying to make it make sense to me. It's not making any sense. To be honest, it's not. It's not making any sense. But alas, it's Nigeria. A lot of people will still find sense in that. A lot of people will still come and defend that. A lot of people will defend it.
One lady they call Doris Ogala came out and is talking against Chris Okafor. Anybody peddling those videos or peddling those nonsense is either you are an antichrist or you have been an enemy of the church for a long time. You must be stupid. Sorry, I have to say it that way. Yes. I'm telling you the gospel truth. Okay, to what end? So that the church will fall? Listen, the problem is not the Christ. If you finish with him, they will start another person. They don't even love your Jesus, first of all. You are not hearing me. They don't even love your Jesus, your Almighty Jesus. They don't even love. So when you join them to fight one, get ready for your own. I'm telling you, I'm a victim of false accusation. I've been a victim of false accusation. Terrible false accusation. I'm telling you, lies from the pit of hell. What I don't know. They are even saying that one on social media. I mean, in my church, with my mic, with my speaker that I rented with my hard-earned money. Are you hearing me at all? Yes, you don't know. I'm telling you now. Somebody just came out to cry. Okay, if you married, you wouldn't have cried. Everything would have been cool. But because he did not marry you, he's now fake. He buried something on the altar. He now did abortion with you. He now had sex with you. He's now everything bad. Because he did not marry you. You are evil. I don't need to tell you that woman is evil. Are you hearing me? My problem is anyone who believes such lies. This is a time for him to know the real members of that church. Are you aware that every enemy is always waiting for a bad news? Oh, you don't know? Every of your enemy. Do you know how to know friends who are enemies? Do you know how to know friends who are enemies? Tell them bad news about you. Or let somebody say something bad. If they believe it, they have been enemy around you for a long time. Somebody just comes out. Some people are laughing. All these pastors. Number one, you that is saying you do worse than that. Is it not going to be the same judgment? The same judgment for a pastor, the same judgment for everybody. Is it not the same hellfire you are going to? If you are a sinner. You are not hearing me at all. So why are you making it look as if what? Are you hearing me at all? They are just envious. They are not happy. They are not happy. Why should a pastor sleep with a member? Why should you sleep with somebody? You too. God kill you there. Sinners judging other people for sinning differently. In fact, worse sinners are the. Jesus said, let he without stone be the first to do what? Without sin be the first to do what? What happened? Everybody disappeared. It's a lesson. I'm not justifying whatever that is wrong, but I'm saying that the church should know how to protect the church before you clap and join them. What is their gain? What are they looking for? Okay, let the church close. Will that be the end? What they are looking for is closure of all Christianity. That's what they are looking for. Don't you know? And let me tell you, an attack on your man of God is an attack on you. Strike the shepherd and the sheep will scatter. I tell you, that's the attack.
Now it's becoming very clearer to me that a lot of you that are supporting Chris Okafor just because Very Dark Man is involved with the case are also evil yourself. In fact, I think devil is actually learning work where some of you are. Now, first of all, after everything Doris Ogala said about Chris Okafor, right? You people still don't want to accept it. You don't believe it. Now, Chris Okafor's daughter, first daughter, well, I don't know if it's the first daughter, but the first conversation with VDM, where VDM said that if he opened his mouth to say what the children, what the daughter said that he did to them, including the one in Canada, that nobody would be in his church. A lot of you are still gullible. You don't want to accept it, or you just don't want to accept it just because VDM is the one getting involved with the case. Another video has surfaced where VDM posted and the daughter was saying a lot of things about her own father, that she is a daughter of Chris Okafor, but she's from a different mother to other girls, other 4 girls, that they live together. The way she was treated, it was so obvious how she was treated. A lot of you are still going to throw your support behind that kind of man, Chris Okafor, just because Very Dark Man is the one dealing with the case. And you are telling me that there's nothing wrong with you people? You are telling me that you people are okay upstairs? You're telling me that you people don't need to spend the rest of the year in Yaba left? You're telling me that you people are safe to remain in the society with us? You're telling me that you people don't need to be in a place of safety? Because I can tell you this for free. Yeah, respectfully, a lot of you need mental health assessment. You need mental state assessment, because I can tell you this right now. No psychiatrist will tell you this. If you people are still supporting Chris Okafor just because Very Dark Man is the one getting involved with the case, despite everything that you people have heard about Chris Okafor from his daughters, and you are still supporting him, I will tell you this, no psychiatrist will ever tell you this, and I'm giving this to you, mental health assessment, mental state assessment, free of charge, that you people need to be on single dose of therapy every 4 hours. You people need therapy. You people need to be on meds. When I know well, they need to check on ahead. Keep on supporting him. because of what? It's very dark man that's getting involved with the case. But I tell you this today, the evil you people support today will come back haunting you tomorrow. And you know what? You see, karma, you know what they say, karma is a bitch. But I tell you this, karma na woman will get nyash. He get big nyash. Karma get big nyash. He go come. And when you come, you self go one come. And you go one come inside. And when you come inside, now dear, devil go take catch you. Karma will come in a way where you no go fit. You no go fit avoid them. If you say you be woman, when karma go come visit you, go come with big bola. He go choke you. He will block your airways if you're not careful.
And he wishes that fathers could marry their daughters, that he would have gotten married to me. And that was when he started to touch me all over my body. And in that moment, I was sitting very still and frozen because I could not really understand what was going on. And that was how we continued. On different occasions, he would call me. Like another time, he called me and then he locked the door again, and then he started trying to kiss me all over on my lips and all over my body. And it felt like I was quiet for a long time because for me, as at that time, I was somebody that was so desperately seeking the validation of my father. I was alone in the house. I didn't have any, siblings of my own. So the fact that he was, talking to me, at least, like, for me, all I was thinking about at that time was, okay, if this is going to at least make my dad talk to me, if this is going to make him treat me equally and fairly, then okay. And there was a day I had a terrible dream, and as a man of God that he is, I went to meet him so we would pray together. And that was the night that he almost penetrated me, but it didn't happen. I think he saw how scared I was and how I was sweaty and shaky on the bed. So he said I could leave, and I left. And that was when I was able to use a teacher's phone in school, and I decided to tell my mom about all that was going on. Then the next week or a few days after, she came to get me from the house, and that was how I left.
How old were
And
you then?
I was about 14, 15 years old at that time.
Wow. So when you told your mom, what did she do about it?
She cried so much, and she was serving at that time. She was I think she was in the northern state, so she had to come back, like she had to calm down. And mind you, I don't know if I should put this out there, but he also forcefully had his way with my mom when she was 15. That was how she was pregnant. That
You
was how
raped,
she got pregnant.
you raped your mom?
Yes,
You were born out of
yes,
rape?
yes, out of wedlock, yes.
Wow.
When she was just 15, she used to attend this church and she was in the choir. So that was how he knew her, and that was how he raped her.
So who pays your school fees? Like who pays your school fees, saw you through school?
Presently, everything has been my mom. Since I left his house, I haven't spoken to him. He hasn't reached out. He tried to reach out once. He called me one evening, but he wasn't saying anything. Basically, he was sounding so prideful and asking me why I also did not reach out to him. That the phone works both ways, and the conversation did not lead anywhere. It was just that one call in the whole of 5 years, and that happened in the beginning of this year. That was when he tried to call me.
Does your mom try to go to him and take money from him for your upkeep or for your school fees?
Never, never. The only time she did that was when I was still with her before I fully moved in into my father's house. When I was with her and she would go to meet him that, oh, she wants to pay my school fees, she wants to do this for me. And she opened up to me last year that that the reason why she's so bitter towards my father is because he treated her like an object. Like all the times that she would come to the house to come and ask for school fees or ask for anything, he would try and try and try to have his way with her. Other times, I don't know. I don't want to say what I'm not sure of. I don't know if she agrees because she never said that, but she told me every single time she would go to try and get my school fees, he's always, always, always trying to have his way with her, and he's always forceful about it.
So anytime she goes to ask him for your upkeep, he tries to sleep with her and sometimes he tries to even rape her.
Yes.
Okay. Wow.
And while living in the house, countless times, even as a child, I did not really understand it. But growing up, I saw how that rejection made me feel. There are countless times he would take I and my sister Marachi to go and run DNA tests. And even if he runs the test and he sees that we are his children, he still tells people and just like says it that we are not his children for some reason. And I don't really know what his reason is. Tells everybody that, I'm not his child.
Wow. How old are you now?
I'm 20.
Okay. Anyways, we'll keep in touch. We'll keep in
All
touch,
right.
okay?
Thank you.
All right. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Now, Barrister Masolopara, if you listen to this call that I had with this girl, now this call was on the 22nd of December at around 7:05 p.m. was when we had this call. Now, listen to it properly. What you are trying to use as a defense and as a damage control, the DNA test, that these are not his kids, he has been using it since against these kids. They have gone to do several DNA tests and he's their father, right? Now, I will ask you a question. Whether or not he's their father or not, let's leave that by the way. But how are you a pastor and a 14-year-old girl who is meant to be your daughter, whether not your daughter or not, but as a father, as an uncle, or whatever thing you be, or as a guardian, you carry her into your room, and then you say you wish that father can marry daughters, and you start kissing and touching her. Not just that, you almost penetrated the 14-year-old according to her testimony. And as a pastor, and in the defense, you are saying that she's not your daughter. Let's say she's not your daughter. First of all, it's an abomination, 14-year-old child, as a pastor and a man of God that you call yourself, and you climb on the altar. Now, you see, you have finally put yourself in the box, right? Your kids are available. You understand? Your kids are available. This case will be a very big case for the country, and people will learn. People will learn a lot. How these men of God take advantage of the vulnerable people, manipulate them, use them anyhow they like, But your own, you had no limits. Now you say they are not your kids. It's going to be a public case. So Barrister Maso Okpara, be prepared. These keys will be made available. Do you understand? They'll be made available. Heavy security. It's going to be a public case. They'll use a public hospital. Cameras everywhere. The DNA test will be conducted on all of them. Your wife might be present. Do you understand? The mother of the kids is still very much alive. This one that made this confession now, do you understand? It's the other ones, the one where we say you do before. According to her, she said the mother even told her that you do forceful entry on the mama when she did 15 years old. And you won't do the same thing to the daughter when she did 14 years old. May God forgive all of you. But then again, the DNA test will be done. Since that's what you want to use as a defense and as a damage control. You all will learn.
The lawyer wants Very Dark Man and he calls for a DNA test. As you can see, Barrister Masolopara, the counsel to Dr. Chris Okafor, the senior pastor of Mountain of Liberation and Miracle Ministries, also known as Grace Nation Liberation City. Before I post anything further, ask him if he has ever met Very Dark Man before. And ask him where he met Very Dark Man. See, before this case though, ask him where he met Very Dark Man before. Then when he tells you can come back to me. Secondly, Barrister Masolopara, I'm very, very disappointed in you. I am so disappointed in you. It pains me to see that it is you that is going to represent this man and his counsel. We have met before. We don't share a brain before. In the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, how you fight for him? You can't be fighting for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that was being oppressed by the Nigerian government to fight for people that oppress people, But it's fine. It's fine. Expect the next post. And I want to see people pursue legal, whatever you call it. Nobody give a fuck about what you want to do. Who cares? Let's go to court. It's my business. We'll post it. And when they come, he wants to do DNA test for his daughters. They are ready. They are ready. They are very, very ready. But you know what the problem is now? You see that one that called herself Mrs. Chi? They don't need DNA for that one. That one is a walking DNA. It's a walking DNA. That's a live walking DNA. If you, Masolopara, sees her He will call her Pastor Chris's because she's the girl. Pastor Chris's. Oh God, you all will definitely learn on this case and you all will learn the hard way.
Wait. Oh Jesus. I need to reach out to Very Dark Man first and understand what's really going on. If this is real or Chris is just trying to do a damage control. Let's forget about my own where he says blackmail, extortion, blah blah. That's by the way. I dare them to sue me. I dare the lawyer to sue me. But that's by the way. Wait. That lawyer, is he claiming that? Did I just hear that Very Dark Man did not reach out to Chris or did not hear from Chris? I just pray this is not true. Well, I need to hear from Very Dark Man to understand what's really going on. Chris, trust me if this is real. Chris, trust me if this is real. I give you 24 hours to come out and tender apology to Very Dark Man. Chris Okafor, I say if this is real, I give you 24 hours to come out and tender apology to Very Dark Man. Why am I even saying 24 hours? I give you 2 hours from the release of this video to come out and tender a public apology to Very Dark Man and sack that lawyer. Now it's beginning to make sense why my brother Namdi was sent to prison. Because if this guy is the lawyer that represented my brother, then there's a problem. Then there's a big problem somewhere. Did you ask your client if Very Dark Man reached out to him before coming to make a mess of yourself on social media? Are you aware that Very Dark Man keeps record of every conversation, every call that comes to him? Chris, I hope you're not making another mistake. Trust me. I'm going to find out from Very Dark Man if this is real or not. Hey. Hey. Those people that were calling and crying should go and warn Chris. Chris. Hey. Okay. Let me hear from Very Dark Man first.
A man can divorce his wife, leave her with 4 children. His story of how he's fornicating everywhere is everywhere. But somebody who is a father of the faith will come and do his wedding. And somebody who we claim has grown, that is a shepherd over sheep, is dancing in his wedding to the sounds of Babylon. We need to ask him, what water pioneered this tree? How did you become a fruit-bearing tree that men are now even standing in your shade, and yet the source of that water that grew you is not the throne of the Lamb and of the living God? You see, brethren, God is not obsessed with how many years you have been in church. God does not care that you have attendance in church. We need to ask you, what kind of life is powering your existence?
DSS, they should go to that church and open that altar. Open his altar. I won't say further than that. When they were building that place collapsed. Somebody died too. But apart from somebody there is something, there's a blogger that found something on the ground. This man was begging, called me, say, what do I give to this blogger to close his mouth? The DSS should go and open that altar.
The church altar.
The church altar where he used to stand, that pulpit, they should dig it up and open it.
Thank you so much for watching this video. For daily entertainment, news and celebrity good and bad updates and all you need to know that's happening in the country, don't forget to hit this red subscribe button, turn on the notification bell to always stay connected to us. One love and God bless you all. Don't forget to thumbs up to this video and comment down below what you think about this.